So this is a story with the famous chassid, Rab Shloime de Gela. Rab Shloime de Gela, Gela means gingy. He was a gingy. And he lived in Nevel. He was a chassid of Rebbe Marash. He was a malamed. The man had a terrible physical ailment, broken, terribly crushed, broken physically with Yisurim. And he was always freila, always happy. And he was a legendary chassid, a chassid of the Rebbe Marash and a chassid of the Rebbe Rashab. The previous Rebbe, the Chassidic Rebbe, describes him often in his sikhs. Just want to mention one thing. I'll read the description. This is from Sefer HaSichos of the Chassidic Rebbe, 1941. He says in the year Tofesh Nun Beis, whatever that is, the Tofesh Nun Beis would be what? Would be late.
1892.
Yeah, 1892, right. So Shloime de Gela was Simchas Torah in the Babish. I'm translating. He was a tall fellow, and when he held the Eitz Chaim and danced with the Sefer Torah, there was a sight to behold. And everybody saw when he danced, he was completely soaked from perspiration from dancing. And my father said that the Rebbe Rashab, who was making him, literally held him in high esteem, he said about Shloime de Gela, Aguter Einiko. He's a good grandson. Why do you call him a good grandson? Who was his Zayde? His Zayde was the chassid of El Yeber. And this of El Yeber, they called El Yeber the deaf one. And he was the Zayde of Shloime de Gela. Why was he called the deaf one? The fact is he had very good sense of hearing. And why was he called the deaf one? The Toiber? Because as a child, when he was by the Tzemach Tzedek and he heard a Maimer. Didn't understand the Maimer, but in the Maimer, the Tzemach Tzedek was speaking about gossip and Lashon Hara that a Jew shouldn't hear. It so affected him that he shouldn't hear even the trace of Lashon Hara. He just would not hear it, and therefore he earned the nickname Rab El Yeber, the Toiber, deaf to any gossip and so Lashon Hara. Now back to Shloime de Gela, a famous chassid, a famous story. So when he would go to Lubavitch, friends, he would walk from Nevel to Lubavitch. So they asked him once, why doesn't he go? He said, he would go on the wagon. Why do you go on the wagon? Shloime de Gela answered. And just by the way, before I forget, because he used to walk, it took him a long time. He used to sing. And there's a famous niggin, the Hadaretz V'Amunah of Shloime de Gela. And it starts like this. Ho Hadaretz V'Amunah l'chai yo'elamim. Abina v'amrocha l'chai yo'elamim. He would sing that niggin. That niggin, it's on the Nechayach records, I don't know what volume, but you can hear it. So they asked him, why doesn't he go by wagon? So he said like this. When I come after 120 years, and they're going to judge me for my action, judge me. So one of my merits will be that I went to Lubavitch. That I walked to Lubavitch. Now, if I'm going to go with a wagon and with a horse, so the horse is going to come also and say, I also went to Lubavitch. So I also want to get my reward. And of course, Hashem bestows reward upon every creature. So this horse will also get. So he said, I don't want, in my going to Lubavitch, that the Ferd and the horses should also benefit. And therefore, I want to go alone. And in Yiddish, he said, mein Ferd in Lubavitch, weil der Ferd kind schaam dit haben. Ich bin allein the Sus, I am the source, I'm the horse, I'm the wagon, I'm going alone. And that's why I walked alone. So Rab Wolf, Greenglass, and this story is actually told in the Sichos, but and Rab Wolf, and from where I'm taking these stories, just the divine providence opening the Sefer pretty much and trying to find an appropriate story. He would say, what does it mean? What does he mean? That a person can go to the Rebbe and have all kinds of agendas. That's the horse and the wagon. And there's many levels to that. And here, on a simple level, you go to 770, it's fun. You meet your buddies, you meet your friends, it's all very good. A deeper level is you can go to the Oyol, it comes with I need this, I need that, there's agendas. That's the horse and the wagon. The horse needs hay and the wagon driver needs So the Shed Shleimer the Geller, when he goes to the Rebbe, there's no agenda. He says, Elikus, and it's not about what I need and want, but going to connect to the place of truth and to carry that out in my life. Okay, friends.
Shkoyach.
Oh,
Shkoyach.
before you all hang up, I have to see who's on here. Very nice. Okay, boys. Sorry to capture a little bit. So now we're going to stop the recording.
Yeah, Shkoyach, dear Rabbi.
Yeah.